Welcome to the Real Board Loft. I'm Trip Forman. Today we have a very special product for you to talk about. It is a Linden Speed Egg Twinzer made out of an agave blank. The Agave Brothers Ranch provides the blank, and this board is not wood veneer. This board is solid agave from the deck all the way through to the bottom. What is agave and how do they make these blanks? These blanks are made from the stalk of an agave plant. Other people, like the Spanish word is quiote, which is spear, Spanish for spear. And the stalk that comes out of the agave plant can be harvested, milled down, glued together to make these blanks 100% natural. So if those of you are interested in like an eco-friendly surfboard, it doesn't get any more eco-friendly than this. But also there's a lot of benefits to the performance, durability, and longevity of the board that we want to talk with you about. So talking about the agave specifically, the board from a durability standpoint, Gary has yet to see an agave board break. If you think about it, basically the entire board, since the entire board is solid, the entire board is a stringer. He has yet to see a break, whether it be a speed egg like this or a step up, or even like his 10 and 10-6 guns that he's riding at Todos Santos in Mexico. None of them so far have broken over the years. So very, very strong. There's other types of durability, right, other than breaking. You have your heel denting and like the deck durability. This blank is, since it's the same density all the way through, like where a fiberglass and foam board is very strong just on the skin, and then it starts getting less strong as you go into it. This supports heel dents a lot more and prevents the heel dents from happening in the board. The board will heel dent over time, but it's going to be a lot more resistant to just completely caving in like a PU poly board would. From a ding resistance standpoint, again, same thing. Since the entire board is structural, there's a lot more resistance to a heavy ding entering the board than fiberglass and foam, where once you get into the foam, there's almost no resistance with that, whatever's entering into the board, whether it be another board or a rock, a tree, the side of your garage, whatever. So ding resistance is better, dent resistance is better, breakage resistance is better. Also from a flex retention, so like maintaining the flex, these boards do torsionally flex and bend, but they also hold that flex longer since the entire board is the stringer. It's not just the stringer that's trying to hold that flex, it's the entire board. And so that'll maintain the flex better than a PU poly board over time. So all of those things are gonna make the board last longer. Let's talk about performance. Performance on these boards, they're a little bit heavier than a standard poly. The blanks basically start out heavier than the foam. The blanks are so strong that they don't have to glass them as heavily. So the deck of this board is 6 ounce, the bottom is 4 ounce, so single 6 on the deck, single 4 on the bottom, and then polyester resin. Gary does seal the blank first, and so basically sealing the blank is a combination of polyester resin and acetone to thin it, to get that resin to sink into the blank and seal the blank and make the blank watertight in the event, and also to reduce the amount of resin that's then soaking into the blank, which is going to make it heavier. If you do ding it, like a severe ding, you should basically get out of the water and repair the board, because the agave stalk, when it's in the wild, like on the agave plant, is meant to be able to suck water from the ground and transport water. So you don't want that water being transported into the board. Just like any other board, if you ding it, you should eventually get out of the water and repair it. Make sure it's dry before you repair it. You're going to want to use polyester resin to repair it. From an aesthetic standpoint, just absolutely insane. Like, you look at these things and you basically can't stop looking at it. A lot of people think like, oh, well, it's a wood veneer. You know, they immediately think like Firewire, TimberTech, where it's an EPS core and epoxy resin and just like a light wood veneer on it. But this again is solid agave all the way through the blank. We've got a blank here, which is really cool because we can show you what these things look like raw. And so you can see that this blank is solid agave all the way through. It's got the rocker all the way built into it. And every piece, every stalk or every quiote is is unique. So you get the unique coloring, the unique grain. Every blank is going to look different, and therefore every board is going to look different. And so what you get is you get an eco-friendly product, not only because it's all natural and it's coming from something that would have just gotten cut off and thrown away and or just died in the wild, but also because of how much longer the board's going to last. This board in your quiver, it will basically last for the rest of your surfing life. You won't have to replace it, other than as we all know, sometimes we get interested in other boards. But this board won't end up in a landfill, which is the biggest thing that Gary is going after. So that's a little bit about the blank, a little bit about the and then the construction of the board. Let's talk about performance. So Gary's Speed Egg is an all-around hybrid style board meant for riding a variety of style and size of waves. You could ride it in beach breaks, you could ride it on points, you could ride it in like small to medium waves, and then also with that drawn out round pin out the back, you can ride it in some juice as well. The added weight of the board is really nice for momentum, getting you down the face of the wave, and also drive like off the bottom of the wave. These boards surf really, really fast and carry a lot of momentum, over smooth surfaces, but also over wind chop. A lot of lighter boards or boards that don't deal well with vibration will either bounce out or just lose all their momentum and speed. This board carries a ton of speed and a ton of drive, even through choppy conditions. And Gary really likes the weight of the board for getting down the face and really accelerating down the face rather than getting hung up on the top of the wave. So just a really good all-rounder. We have them in 610, which is what this board is, up to 8.0. So 610, 7.0, 7.2, 7.6, 8.0. All of the Speed Egg Twinzers are set up with a Twinzer setup. Right now in this board, you can see typically the Twinzers have a Futures main box and then an FCS single plug canard box. That's the name of this forward fin. In this board right now, we have the True Aim's Pavel Twinzers with a 0-degree canard in the front. Gary put the Twinzer plugs into the board with a 9-degree cant, and you're typically looking for about 7 to 9 degrees cant angle in those canards. And so he put a 9-degree plug in, which means that you want to run a 0-degree canard, and then when you add the plug plus the canard, that's going to give you your total cant, which is 9 degrees. You always want to have a little bit more cant on the canard than the main fin. The main fin on these is 6.5, and what that does is it just keeps this slot right here open for the water to flow through between the fins. If this has less cant than this fin, it's going to close this slot off here, and it's just going to choke the flow going through there. The canards give you a little bit more area to push against, but they really are here to accelerate the water over that main fin. So it is the Gary Linden Surfboard Speed Egg Twinzer, made in the full Agave blank polyester resin and fiberglass. If you have any questions on this board or you would like to order one, either stock or custom order, you can always reach us at the shop, 252-987-6000, or look us up online, realwatersports.com/surfing. Thanks for tuning in.